October 8th, 2011, and here we are at Mode, and we're with Prema. Good morning, Prema.
Good morning, Francis.
Prema, what is your nationality?
I am born in Argentina.
Uh-huh.
I stayed there till the age of 26 years. So I make my first studies there, and then I felt the need to travel. Not only the need, the situation in Argentina was very difficult. It was the time of the generals, military dictator. So it was very difficult to stay under this condition. So practically all my generation left Argentina. Yes, it was quite a disaster. So primarily we left to Spain because of the language. So we went all to Spain. And after some times from there, taking more confidence, we start to migrate. So I went to Paris. In Paris, I felt the need of make studies, which I didn't do in Argentina. So I got into the university for 4 years, making sociology, which I never used in my life, never. But it was interesting indeed because it was a university with very free ideas. After I found Aurovilians here who went to the same university at this time. So this was in...
What year is this?
72. It was one university where you could expose freely all your political ideas. It ended up very badly because it was completely anarchic, but not divine anarchy. So it got closed. The French government closed because it was a total disaster. And so after this, I started traveling around the world, just like that, one backpack, traveling. Like millions of other people, we were all in the street searching on the roads, on the cheap hostels, and millions. I came to know it was not only me, it was a generation in the street, in the roads, searching. But we didn't know what. So, traveling. My last trip before coming here, it was from Argentina till Mexico. So in Mexico, I tried to pass to US, but at this time it was necessary to have $1,000, which it was completely out of my budget. So I say, what to do? I go to France, because I lived before. I had friends, relation. But in fact, I wanted to come to India. But India, where? For what? Ashram, gurus, allergic to all that. India so big, north. Well, let's go to France. So finally, I succeed to have a plane for France. Somebody paid me the ticket from Paris. For this reason, I came into this plane. And when we reached Orly, Orly was the name of the airport at this time, old airport. We used to take buses from like in India now, from the airplane to the airport. And in the bus, one lady approached me. And I tell me, I was in the plane with you, and I was watching at you. I want to make you a question. What do you do in the life? Very elegant, very me. I was with a poncho, South American. I don't know, madam, I search. You search. And what do you search? I don't know. I will know if I find it one day. I know what do you search. You search your place. And your place is Auroville. Auroville. What is that? It's a community in South India. Oh, India. Already the word Auroville made something in my head, like a bell. And when she said India, it was confirmed because. So we were making the queue, I remember every word, every step. We were making the queue for the customs, immigration, and I tell me more. Look, I have no time. People is waiting for me. I have seen a delegation of 6, 8 people waiting. But I give you an address, Auroville International, France. You go there. You are interested? I continue?
Yes.
Yes, yes. So I went to a friend's house. I wait 2 or 3 days to be relaxed. And I go to knock to this Auroville International, France. So one lady opened the door. I say, look, I don't know what I am doing here. No problem, you are at home. Sweet. For me, it's important. So I went into a room without not knowing of Indian custom. I removed my shoes and I went into a room. And there was a mother photo. So I asked to the person, who is her? And she told me she's the mother. Oh, I know her. Have you been in India? I say, no, never. Then you don't, yes, I know her. I had this certitude that I know this person in the photo. She insisted that it's not possible. Okay, so there was one small library, and I have seen one book called La Mère, the Mother, by Aurobindo. Because she's the mother, because I know her, but I don't know her, I will read more about her. So I bought this small booklet. I went home. And very late after dinner, I started reading The Mother. 1 page, and my life make this completely, because I found what I was searching for. I found answers to the question that I couldn't formulate to myself. How he could know my question, that even me, I couldn't know them. So it was the discovery. So I went in my bag to search for the telephone of this lady, because she gave me her number. So 11:30 at night in Paris, I went to a bistro. I called, Madame, I am the person, oh yes, I remember you. So, Madame, I need to meet you, because you gave me what I needed. I discovered the sense of my life. So I want to come and meet you. So she's very pragmatic. Look, it's 11:30 at night. You cannot come. After you don't have metro, you cannot sleep in my house. Madam, I sleep in the street. I don't mind. I need to know more. Look, madam, what happens to you is very simple. You discovered the divine. And when we discover the divine, we are never more alone. Good night. And she hung up. So I met her 7 years later at my door in Euromodel. Her name is Yolande Lemoine. Yolande Lemoine appears in Mother Agenda many times under the name YL. She was the one who put Mother in contact with Malraux. She was the one who took agendas at Prema agenda out of India and kept in her apartments. She came to Pondicherry many, many years, very close to Mother. She's the one. So, fine. She hung up. 9 months later, I was here. So this is how I came. Yeah, yeah.
And what year was it that you arrived here?
It was very difficult. It was in 79. Yes, very hard time for Aurovilians, attacked, physical attacks. It was very difficult to concentrate on something because suddenly these communities attacked all the motorbikes to run. It was, Aurovilians were close, I found them close, but it was also beautiful to see the reaction of brotherhood at this time. There was one attack and 20 motorbikes running there. So it was controversial, could be very hard times for Auroville, but very good experience at the same time. I continue to speak of myself? No.
Yes, we
Yeah.
were.
Then, okay, the government came in 80s. So Auroville started to stabilize, if I can say.
Yes.
No more hard fightings, no more hard fightings. And it was necessary to do something. I started in Madrimandir, the cement, the construction, okay, 1 year, the plants with Narad, typical parkour, you know, Aurovillian. I need to express myself. I couldn't with the construction or with the plants. And at this time there was one garments workshop belonged to Croquet and Jan
Yes.
in Dussert. They wanted to close. And they asked me, would you like to take over? I said, yes. Yes, I know cloth. I studied stylism, fashion. I can. So they gave me 2 pedal machines, 2 scissors, 2 tailors. Was the factory they gave me, and 1 table.
Describe the building.
So the building, it was a storeroom hut. I have a photo here, if I can show here. It was a hut. Just a hut. And there we started with this table, these tailors. At this time, André Tardey was in charge of the Auroville boutique in Pondi. He had created the Auroville boutique. So I started making simple things. He started to sell. Yes, he was selling. So how we came here? Yeah, I came here because we wanted to do a printing unit. At this time, no prints in India. So I wanted to do a printing. I wanted printing materials. But for that you need a huge table. Somebody told me there is a building in Taksha, Nalaya. I don't know if you remember.
Sure, the woodworking unit.
The woodwork, who never worked.
Ben in Province.
Never worked. He died before us to be born, I think.
Yes, it was waiting for you.
But they left a debt. They managed to leave a debt with the Tamil Nadu Electricity Board because they applied for heavy transformer, blah, blah. So Mr. Oja told me somebody told me there is one industrial zone in Auroville. Industrial. Yes, in Taksha and Alaya it is in the industrial zone. So I met Oja, who told me, if you assume to pay the debt, you take the building. So it was a bit of disaccord with Revelation, Greenbelters, they have chaos, and industrial, they didn't want to hear about that, allergic to industries. At the end, because they couldn't pay the debt, they accepted me. Big mistake they did it. Because start growing to what you see today.
Yes.
We start exporting and having shops in India, and voila, what happens to them.
And this is in 1979, huh?
See, no, I came here in
You came
86.
in
In this
86 you
Induction
came here.
Alaya in
Okay.
86.
So you've been in this spot for 25 years.
Yes. Yes.
And so from the three Keat huts that you had here, or
Yeah.
the two Keat huts,
Asbestos roof.
of asbestos roof?
Here it was an asbestos roof.
Oh, I forgot.
Yes, you remember that.
Well, I remember the long buildings. Yes,
Asbestos roof.
yes, yes.
So very hot, very hard
Yes,
to
yes,
work
yes.
there. We worked several
Keep things-
years.
Keep things clean was difficult, huh?
Oof.
Yes.
Today also it's difficult to keep things clean. It's impeccability.
Yes, yes.
So, yes, it grew. It has grown to this.
Nice, nice.
Yes, hard work, dedication,
Yes, yes.
completely dedication.
I used to be out every morning running. And every morning when I was out running, you would go by on your way to the office, huh?
Yes.
And I was always impressed with that. Prema.
They are still impressed. People who see me 8 o'clock, they tell me you are the only one on the road at 8 o'clock. Yes, but I am an early person.
Even this morning we passed. I was
Yeah.
on a bicycle and you were in
This
your
morning
car.
also I cross. Yeah. No, yes. But energy is better in the morning.
Yes,
We
mine
should
too.
use mornings,
Yes, yes,
actually.
yes. I feel so. Also.
Yes.
I like
yes,
getting up early.
Yes.
And you made this beautiful place.
Not myself.
Yes, yes.
Andre is the architect, eh?
He's the architect.
Not by myself.
Okay.
No. He made the beautiful place.
Yes, yes, yes.
I
yes.
am the energy behind,
You're the Shakti, huh?
if you want. Yes. But he made it, not
Yes,
me.
yes,
He
nice.
built it. Yeah.
Nice, nice,
Yeah.
nice. And so your business is growing continuously, or has
No.
it come to a
Yes.
point of leveling off? Huh?
Yes. Since a few years, many things happens in India, actually. Maybe I give
Yes.
you some update.
Yes.
When I started, I have every 2 or 3 days a tailor knocking the door asking for work.
Yes.
Now, this profession is finished. I didn't get one tailor knocking at the door for the past 10 years
Wow.
because their sons don't want to be tailors. They want to learn computers, go to universities,
yes.
all the children of the tailor. There are no more tailors. This means to employ ladies, to make another category of work, which I don't feel the necessity right now to increase. For the moment, if I don't get somebody who is ready to do it, I will not do. By myself, I will keep it as it is. So I have a main customer who buys practically 80% of my production. The other 20% I produce for 2 shops, Indian shops. So for the moment, the turnover is stable. We could do more, but that won't be me.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Let me ask you, in the last number of years, has the Indian market expanded? Where, I mean,
Enormously.
earlier you were exporting everything, huh?
Yes.
Today, are you?
Today we are almost 50 and 50 with only 2 shops.
With only 2 shops.
Ah,
Wow.
yes, yes. It's incredible, the power of consumption
Yes, yes, yes.
that India has.
Yes, 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 yes.
It is
Volume
incredible.
of consumption.
Yes, and it will be more and more,
Yes, yes,
more and more. It will not stop.
yes, 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 yes.
When India will start like China to produce for themselves, it will be a huge market. They don't depend in exports anymore. For the moment, India depends on export because of the foreign currency.
Yes.
But if one day Indian money is in the monetary
Yes, yes.
international,
Acceptable.
then they won't need to export. And export is coming down in the textiles. In the textiles.
So more and more, it's domestic. Over the last,
The
what,
more
10,
and more.
10 years, 15 years? Or
No. I would say 6 years.
in the last 6 years?
Yes,
Wow.
yes. Very fast
Wow.
growing. Yes. Incredibly fast growing.
And are the quality of the fabric still good, or are they getting worse, or
No, better and better.
better and better?
Yeah, because the market is getting awareness of quality.
Yes, yes, yes.
They are traveling abroad. They know what it is. It's not like before.
Yes,
They
yes.
come out of the villages. They go to big cities.
Yes, yes,
In the cities, you find huge shopping mall like in Europe.
Yes, yes.
So awareness of the quality is growing in India. So the material, it follows. Indian market, it's a big promise.
How many employees do you have in Oromode?
100,
Excuse me?
100, 100.
100.
Yeah,
Wow, that's a lot of people, huh?
that's a lot of people. I
Especially-
agree.
Wow.
I agree.
And I mean, but that's a big overhead that you have to, a big nut, as they say, you have to get every month, huh? Or every,
Yes, every month.
yes.
Of course, of course. Yes.
Yeah. But in this Oromode situation, it's not a democracy, it's a hierarchy, huh?
Hierarchy, of
Yes,
course.
yes, yes.
Yes.
And for right or wrong, or good or bad, you're the one who makes the decisions.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have to.
Yes,
I have to.
Yes, yes, yes.
I would like so much to have somebody on top of me.
Yes, yes, yes. But in almost all of the community, all of the commercial units,
Yeah.
it is situated this way, where there's one or two people who are making the decisions.
Because an enterprise is a pyramid.
I fully understand.
Yes.
But what I'm trying to say here is in the rest of Oroville, in the
Yes.
services, in the administration, everything else, it's groups of people who are making decisions.
Well, if you go to telephone service and you want to take to one person responsibly, you have it. It's not-
You have a number of them, huh?
If you go to electrical service, you have one person
Eventually, it's
who
still,
answer.
it's still one person, though, huh?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. How are we doing collectively is what my question is. Are we
The enterprising.
not Oromode, but Oroville? How is Oroville doing collectively?
It's a long way, Francis.
It's a long way.
It is a long way because it's the ego who is in front.
Yes, yes.
Then how can I talk of a true collective when we are living in our own ego, every one of us?
Every one of us.
So still, after 40 years, there are some attempts. There are some attempts. It's not that nothing happens. But to reach the true inner collective, I think we have still a way to go.
How sweet of you to put it in such a nice way.
Because of the camera, because of you people. Yes. No, we have everyone, every Aurovillian knows that. They know. At least we are aware of our own incapacity. Right? We accept it with joy, with love, whatever, but we are aware of it.
Yes. We come across a tremendous amount of very beautiful individuals who've had tremendous growing experiences here in Oroville, individually, privately. Why is that not being able to convert that into some sort of group or collectivity? Yeah? As soon as we get together, 2 or 3 people, we go straight down, it seems.
Because, Francis, what I felt in the groups, something happens. The factor of power come immediately to take over the group. This is personal opinion, but they start with a very good will. And after a few months, very often becomes a power trip. Big forces acting not to get this dream realized. Huge forces against. Huge. Auroville is becoming more and more dangerous. The roads, the circulations, the violence, many things. Also linked to India economical growth. Also linked. It's not Auroville, but it's true that Auroville we have not been able to create a protection, just by the power of truth. We should be able to create like a field of protection. We couldn't do. But I think when the situation becomes unbearable, that we are on the way, that the guards cannot do much to protect, we will have to find something else. It is always when we are pushed to some extreme that we can emerge into something else.
We have to be pushed, huh?
Yes, we have to be pushed. Otherwise, we don't succeed. It's my perception again.
Okay, let's go to the next one, the last one here.
What is the last?
The last one is when you came to Oroville, there was maybe 300-400 people maximum, huh?
Yes, 500, yeah.
So today I am told there's 2,500 people in Oroville. You see? So we've grown quite a bit, huh? But, you know, whether it's Oromode or Philor or Maroma or the big contributors, big commercial units have been existing for decades. You don't see anything new emerging. Yeah?
Yes.
And why is that? I mean, we need more capital in order to develop, huh?
Several reasons. You cannot define it. One is it demands a lot of effort. You need to have really lot of energy, lot of ideas, power of organization. I cannot say control, but you need to deal with a culture, with a Tamil culture. In this case, you need to know fashion design also, beside all these things. Total consecration. Most of the people who come today, I hear that, me, I work half day, I want to do something else. I don't want to be, because I left the West, I don't want to repeat the same experience. So I want to be able to be free. Lack of consecration. People don't want to get engaged, more than engaged, I say, on something like that. This is one reason from within, from the second reason is Auroville does not encourage. There is not, it's not almost not well seen to make business. Now it's changing, but during years it was not spiritual to make business. So you have to understand. So this mentality, start to change because the needs are growing.
You were explaining that the commitment was where it seems to...
Skills also. Skills, many skills. Because here you don't find qualified people. You don't say, I want a fashion designer, and you find like this. Or I want one manager export.
Yes. But you basically get married to your business, huh?
Yes, married and children,
Yes,
100 children,
yes.
big family.
Yes.
Yes, you get married, and more than married, and remarried. Yes. Till we are online?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. Till somebody may come ready to learn, ready to listen, to watch what it is going for 2 years minimum, and then say, slowly by slowly, I can take over. This person should be not old, not very young, needs many skills and dedication. All this altogether makes difficult to find today. I think all the units we have the same problem. It's difficult to get these or these persons, maybe few, 2 or 3.
Yes.
It's possible to think in this way. So I think it has to come. It has to come. This person or this person.
I see the need for Oroville's development. I see the need for new capital to be coming in. He did that extra long just on purpose. But I don't see new businesses coming up. I don't see growth in the industrial zone. I see the same old, what can I call it, foundation units
Yes.
putting out the monthly contributions to the financial service in order to create this gigantic social program we have.
Yes, what it is coming new in Auroville, kind of business like consultancy. It is a latest new trend. Software computers, of course, many people, or websites, or you see, these are the kind of units who are emerging today. But people who is willing to assume 40, 50, or 100 villagers, no. No, I don't think we will have that in the future anymore. At least here, inside Auroville. Probably outside Auroville. Aurovillians can do. Actually, it was discussed one time that big industries, still to be decided what it is, a big industries, how many people, should be just out of the circle. Here we are, still in the circle of the city. Probably these places has to be kept for a small research places like a fashion design. Why not? I can have one research. And the manufacturing in places where the access is easy. In Pondicherry you can find more labor, easy to travel when it rains.
Okay.
You understand? Everything is easier in Pondicherry
Yes.
than here. So maybe the manufacturing unit should be outside, and the industrial zone to be kept for more concentrated and small units, where more Aurovillians will be there and less labor, which it will have an impact in the traffic. You see, it will impact in many things. In Auroville. So probably this has to be considered for the new entrepreneurs in case they come. Today it's impossible to find the land in the industrial zone. People want to develop, but it is impossible to get the land allocated for it. It's incredible amount of work, they get discouraged. There is nothing encouraging the growth.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I thought we had this Oroville Business Committee or Council or
We
the
do.
ABC. Well,
Yes.
wouldn't you think that these people here, or the members, are entrepreneurs? And the entrepreneurs would encourage other entrepreneurs to...
Yes, Francis, I am part of this committee called ABC. We spend more than 50% of the time to defend ourselves from the attacks coming from outside, from Auroville. I mean, 50% of the discussion is a meeting, is how to react to proposals who has been made for people who don't understand anything about business. Because anyone sits in any committee, they should make rules, and they send to ABC. 50% of the time we spend saying no. Another 50%, we have issues like taxes, like so many things. Now new duties coming, new excise duties, so many things. We cannot make everything and to have our own units and to help the other ones to develop. Nobody helped me, Francis. It's not for this reason. I don't want to help. But you know something I am proud of, very proud. It's not of what I did. Doesn't matter. Brick and cement. It's how I did, without asking anything to anyone, just by my effort. And this I am proud, very much proud of. The result doesn't matter. Just building money to Auroville is okay. I am proud of this. Today, it's very difficult to find somebody who say, I don't need anything, I do by myself. Impossible. Everyone needs loans. Loans with incredible bureaucracy to release, because You have to investigate for what and how and who will refund in case. Very complicated to start a business today. There is no financial help. If there is, it's scrutinized completely that people, I don't do anything, you know. For this reason, you don't see new thing. There is no any kind of encouragement for the people to start new business. Sorry.
But you got it. You got it. Prema?
That's
Okay,
it.
That's it.
Thank you
Would
so much.
I have a question.
Please.
You want, I'm sorry.
What you said
Yes,
that
yes.
you are proud of.
Okay.
There is more. I could feel it. There is more. You are really proud of it. It's wonderful that you are proud of that you did it all by yourself. But is there more, like a message for other people?
Yes, it was resume. I can resume that in 2 words, karma yoga. Just, this is my message of my answer. Do it. Just do your karma yoga. And you will grow several lives in only one. This is,
And once you found the divine, you're never alone.
yes, and once you, exactly.
Exactly. Thank you.